Hello everybody, welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies, and Marvel Studios has finally dropped the long-awaited trailer for the next MCU Disney Plus series, Daredevil Born Again, which is what I'm pretty sure is a lot of people's most anticipated Disney Plus series. I know it is for me. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is giving you guys my thoughts on the new Daredevil trailer, as well as predicting what might end up going down in this series. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on the trailer for Daredevil Born Again. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so I've been really looking forward to this show for quite a while now. In fact, it is because of this new Daredevil show that I went ahead and gone back to rewatch the Netflix series, or should I say, watch the Netflix show for the first time. Only gone through the first episode, but after watching this trailer, I seriously need to get back to watching that Daredevil series because this trailer was absolutely great. Now, I wish it was the same one that we got leaked online from like D23, but this one still kind of has like that essence of that D23 leak trailer, like that music is still the same, which is what made me really like that leak trailer. And yeah, that music in here was so great and definitely sets up like a darker tone for like the MCU, because this is going to be yet another dark and mature project in the MCU. TVMA. We've already gotten like some TVMA and R-rated projects in the MCU before with 2024's Echo and Deadpool and Wolverine. And while Deadpool and Wolverine is kind of like lighthearted fun, Daredevil Born Again is just going to be darker, more brutal, and honestly what we could expect from like the 3 seasons of Daredevil that we got on Netflix. And watching this trailer, this definitely feels like that this is Daredevil Season 4 rather than a completely different reboot of the character of Daredevil. Like, for one, I'm loving how this show is bringing back the actors from the Netflix series, like Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, and even some of the smaller characters like Karen and Foggy, and of course John Bernthal as the Punisher. And that sounds very exciting because I feel like that the Punisher in here could do a great job in the overall MCU and could definitely warrant a Daredevil Born Again type revival series for the Punisher series that we got over on Netflix with John Bernthal. I also gotta say, from the small teasers that we got of the villain of the series, Muse, I feel like that he is going to be a great villain in the show. So Muse is essentially this sadistic serial killer who turns his victims into very bloody pieces of art. And we do kind of get some teases of that bloody art in this trailer. And honestly, I feel like that has the potential to make a very great villain for this Daredevil series. But Muse isn't the only villain that we're getting in this new Daredevil series, because we are going to be seeing the return of Bullseye, which we do see in a quick shot in the trailer where he's in a prison uniform from set photos. We do know that Bullseye is going to be getting a comic accurate type suit, and he will be fighting against Daredevil in the series. And of course, we do have Kingpin returning, who we saw in the MCU in the Hawkeye series, and Echo, and he is going to be running for mayor in this series. And yeah, I do like this idea of Kingpin becoming the mayor, because I feel like that it could have had a great story potential for Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, where Kingpin outlaws vigilantes, and that leads to the formation of the Sinister Six, going after Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and having Charlie Cox's Daredevil and Tom Holland's Spider-Man team up. That sounded like an amazing plot for the 4th Spider-Man movie, but as you guys know, that's not really happening, as it seems to be yet another multiverse movie. But I do like this idea of Kingpin becoming the mayor of New York City. And in fact, in the shot where we see Kingpin's broadcast to like New York City, we do get to see a billboard for Rogers the Musical, which is like this musical that was introduced in the Hawkeye series and had a small appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home. This trailer also gives us a look at various different masks that Daredevil could be wearing in this series, from like a yellow mask to a all black mask to a kind of different color variations of Daredevil masks, teasing the different possible suits that Daredevil could be wearing in this season. And I honestly cannot wait to see Matt Murdock put on these different suits, because I just love the way that these masks look, and if they are just as amazing as like Daredevil's main suit that we see in the trailer, or even his yellow suit in She-Hulk, I'm thinking these suits are gonna look absolutely fantastic. Because my personal opinion, I absolutely love the Netflix Daredevil suit look for the character, and I'm glad that they're gonna be taking that suit and making like minor changes and bringing it into the MCU, because that I honestly think is a perfect look for a live action Daredevil in comparison to like Ben Affleck's Daredevil from like the early 2000s. But the main thing I do want to talk about is the fact that it's teasing some very bloody action sequences in here, because the previous Daredevil series over on Netflix, that is now on Disney Plus, is rated TVMA and is pretty bloody and gruesome from what I've heard. And I'm happy that this show is going to stick in line with like that Netflix series and continuing to be very much R-rated and very bloody. And I honestly think that is a very great direction to go for the MCU. Like, take some of these MCU projects and make them rated R. It's proven to be very successful in terms of like the movies, with like Deadpool and Wolverine grossing over $1 billion. And that Daredevil Netflix series is widely beloved by a lot of comic book fans, and I definitely think that it is a great decision that the show went ahead and is TVMA. So I think it was a great decision for the show to get a TVMA rating, because I feel like that's how you do Daredevil, and I'm hoping that we get a lot more of TVMA and R-rated projects in the MCU in the near future. Like Blade, if that movie is still happening, I'm hoping that one gets an R rating. And what makes me really happy about this is because Disney is approving these mature TVMA and R-rated projects for the MCU. And I think that's a great thing, that Disney is leaning more into the mature side of some of like these comic book heroes like Daredevil, Blade, Deadpool, and yeah, I'm just hoping that this all eventually culminates into a possible Midnight Suns movie or TV show, and hopefully, whether it's a TV show or movie, gets an R rating or a TVMA rating, because I feel like that Midnight Suns has the potential to be very bloody, along with so much supernatural mayhem. But honestly, yeah, this Daredevil Born Again trailer was so good, and it solidified my confidence that this show is gonna end up being Marvel's best project that they release this year. Better than Thunderbolts, better than the Fantastic Four, better than Captain America even, which is less than a month away. I'm just so hyped for this Daredevil series, and I'm hoping that it does not disappoint. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your guys' thoughts on this trailer for Daredevil Born Again? Go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comment section, and while you're at it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video, and have a great day.